Good afternoon, Madison. I had a speech prepared, but I'm going to throw it out. Just throw it right out the window. A, because it's too cold and I just forgot it. It's back in the car and I ain't going to get it. So we're going to wing it. I was approached by a young lady a couple weeks ago, and let me back up a second. You know how some ideas are just good? You know, you hear them and you're like, damn, that's good. You know, I'm mad I didn't think of it. So anyways, this young lady comes to a normal meeting. We meet up in Appleton. We meet once a month. She shows up and she's like, hey guys. You know, and she's all fired up, and I can remember what it is to, you know, to be a first-time activist, to be out in the street, to be talking to people about hemp cannabis, to see their eyes light up when you tell them, you know, that, hey, I'm out there fighting for your rights. I'm going down to Madison. I'm going to talk to your legislator about it. And they're like, yeah, hey, you know, that's great. Here's a story to share with you. You know, my grandpa used to grow it. I know a patient that used it. Hell, it's safer than alcohol. Just legalize it. You know, you hear everything out there from all these different stories. So this lady comes in and she's got stars in her eyes, you know, and she's beaming with energy, and you know, that's what I like to see. Anyways, she's real quiet though, you know, but you can see she's ready to burst at the seams. She says, Jay, I got this idea, you know, I want to be an activist, and I'm here to tell you what my idea is. And she looks at me and she says, grow up, Wisconsin. Just think about it a second. That simple slogan, how all of our organizations should carry that slogan, you know, to heart. Grow up, Wisconsin. Add a few extra, you know, one-isms if you want to say, and you got a campaign. Grow up, Wisconsin. Industrial hemp is jobs. Grow up, Wisconsin. Medical marijuana, you know, it's not just for patients. It's industry, it's business. Talk to these other states that have stuff going on, and you will realize that there are jobs there. Not only as industrial hemp jobs, medical marijuana is jobs. We talked a little bit about, you know, different ideas that could be spawned from it. Grow up, Wisconsin. Grow up, Wisconsin. It's time that we grow up. It's time that we legalize hemp cannabis. Industrial, medical, recreational, legalize it and tax it. Let the industry that is already there flourish. Now there's a couple people who don't know that right now, in all of the legality of how this plant is basically squashed at every turn that anybody has a chance to, this little weed is still flourishing. It's flourishing in Wisconsin ditches in the form of feral hemp. It's flourishing in states where they have medical marijuana laws, both indoors and outdoors. You can't stop this weed. It's time to let Wisconsin grow up. So now what are we going to do? We have an idea. An idea is only good as the people carrying that idea. So we have a slogan here, grow up, Wisconsin. We're going to have a parade tomorrow. In our normal booth, we're going to have sign-making materials. So we want everybody to show up for the parade tomorrow. Sign-making materials. Let's get a unison voice going. Let's get a slogan going that we all can get behind. Grow up, Wisconsin. It's time that we all grow up. It's time that we take this issue seriously, and the only way that we are going to be taken seriously is if actually we do something. And just smoking pot is not activism. I'm sorry, it's not. You need to do a little bit more. Add the pot to it every chance you get. I'm all okay with that. But do something else. Contact your legislators. In Wisconsin, unfortunately, we're at the mercy of a legislative process. And that process is nothing more than a process. The louder that we can be, the more voices that communicate consistently. And don't just think it's a one-time deal. Hey, I called my senator last year. No, it should be, hey, I called my senator last week. You know? Bug them. If you find something interesting about hemp cannabis, if you've learned something out in the field, by all means, communicate with your state assembly rep, your state senator, and help us grow up Wisconsin. Thanks for your time.